Hello everybody, today is the 11th of August and we're going to tell a page story. This page story has changed a lot of people's life and shed light into why something happened to our life and how we can create or manifest our dream life. So let's get started. What is this? It's a pen. What do we use a pen for? To write. Now there is a dog inside the room. I want to wave this in front of the dog. What does the dog do? The dog probably will sniff, lick, or chew the straight. Does the dog see this one as a pen? No. So for the dog, this one is not a pen, but for the human, this one is a pen. So who is correct, the dog or the human? The answer is both are correct. For the dog, this one is a chewing toy, while for the human, this one is a pen to write. The dog is correct in the dog world, and the human is also correct in the human world. So that is our first lesson. Both are correct. Now let's move on to the second lesson. Now I see this as a pen. So now let's imagine that there is a table in front of me. So I'm gonna put this thing on the table and then both the dog and I will walk out the room. So inside the room there'll be no human, no dog. What does this thing become? Either still a pen or a chewing toy. Or it becomes almost nothing, and the ancient wisdom called this as the emptiness. The emptiness is actually a very magical definition. As we understand the emptiness, we'll be able to achieve anything in our life. Just like Ishi Gorosh applied the emptiness into his business and was able to build a business with revenue of $250 million a year. He's also able to help several refugees. So what is the emptiness? Why is that so magical? Let's go back to the pen story, okay? So this thing is currently on the table, and when there is no human, no dog, or nothing to interact with, it comes back to choose someone called the emptiness. But because it has the emptiness, it also has the potential to become anything or anyone, depending on who or what is looking at this at the very moment. So that is our second lesson. Along with the emptiness, we all have limitless potential. Now I see this as a pen. So does this pen is this pen coming from me or is this pen coming from the thing itself? This pen is actually coming from me. Why am I so certain? Because if this thing is a pen, it's in the drawer or anything in this entire universe, we have to see it for what it is, which is a pen. But does the dog see this pen as a pen? No. So this pen is actually coming from me. This pen is actually coming from my mind, and everything is actually coming from our mind. So that is our third lesson. Everything is actually coming from our mind. Now we all agree that this pen is actually coming from my mind, right? So I'm gonna change my mind. I'm gonna pray this become a diamond, okay? So please pray with me. Diamond, diamond, diamond. Open my eyes. It's still a pen. So what in my mind that forced me to see this as a pen but not a diamond? There are seeds inside our mind that the ancient wisdom calls karma. When I see something that sits inside of my pop up, open up and cover this and made me see it for what had been planted into our mind, which is a pen. But who planted those seeds into our mind then? Only you can plant the seed into your mind, only I can plant the seed into my mind. How can we do it? We do it by three ways: by our word, by action, by our thoughts, especially toward other people. So for instance, I'm gonna hold on to this. I'm gonna say that I have the pen. Would you like to have this pen? And when my friend say yes, please, I'd be so happy to give this to my friend with the hope that I can help my friend. So when I give this to my friend, this pen will open up and both me and my friend will see it. And it start leaving mark in my mind. A couple days later, when I see this, I recognize this one as a pen, which means that the seed of the pen has all been planted into my mind. And I pop up, open up, and cover this and make me see it for what had been planted earlier into my mind, which is a pen. And so this is how a pen become a pen, or anything or anyone around us become who and what they are to us. In the pen story, there are several meaningful lessons. Today, we went over 4 different lessons. The first lesson is both correct, so we learn to respect each other's opinion. We learn to respect each other's choices, and we learn to listen to each other with a compassionate heart. And with that, we give each other the gift of happiness. But I also wanted to remind you that remember, both are corrupt, so it also means that you are also corrupt. So please remember to always listen to yourself first, understand yourself, listen to yourself with a compassionate heart, so that you become your best friend. And then when you have that love, you have that understanding, you have that love, the trust building within yourself. You understand yourself, you love yourself, you proud who you are, and you trust yourself. That is when you be able to be bloom, and you be able to see the beautiful things in other people, and be able to understand people better, be able to love people better. So that's the first lesson. The second lesson is along with the emptiness. We all have limitless potential. So trust your potential, trust the potential within or everyone surround you, and trust the potential, whatever happened to you. And remember, that is how the first lesson linked to the second lesson, in my opinion, is that when you understand yourself, you be able to see the potential in yourself. And that is when you be able to trust yourself, that you be able to get that, to achieve those potential. And once you have that trust, that is the determination, that is the motivation that move you forward to that potential. And I'm sure that once you see the potential, when you trust the potential and you move toward that potential, there would be a day sooner or later you'll be able to get to that potential. And then after that, you can apply that to everything or everyone around you as well. Lesson number 3, everything is actually coming from the seat inside our mind. So be 100% responsible to whatever happened to us. We don't blame anyone, because in the end, we are the only one who can plant the seed into our mind. And when we know that, we take the responsibility of our life. We take the liberty, the freedom of doing whatever that we want in our life, and we be responsible to whatever happened to our life. So if your life, you all depend on you. And lesson number 4 actually will demonstrate that as well. And it's also helped you to, if you apply other lesson into lesson number 4, you'll be able to achieve your life in a very meaningful way. But still, you achieve your life, whatever that you want in your life, in a very meaningful and still very peaceful way. So how we do that? So we apply number 2 into seeing the potential of within or everyone around you and yourself as well. So you know what you want in your term life. And then apply number 3, which is, you stop planting those into your mind using your word, your action, your thoughts for other people. So for instance, if you hold on, you're gonna hold on to this, you're gonna have so if you want to have prosperity, then you start planting the seed, prosperity seed, using your word, your action, your thoughts toward other people, helping other people to be more prosperous. If you want to have wisdom, then use your word, your action, your thoughts, your other people to be wiser. And just say that whatever that you want, making sure that you use your word, your action, your thought, helping people surround you, getting the seed that you want, and that seed will actually be planted into, and that's how the seed be planted into your mind, and you be able to achieve it. For the lesson that I would like to share with you all today is actually so there are 2 lessons, and the first one is that I did not think when I was telling the pain story, I tried to be focused, but maybe in the 4th lesson, I forgot one part of the lesson when you are saying that, when I was saying that you have the pen, you ask your friend that if they want a pen, your friend say yes, you plan this, and then this will open up and your friends see it, you see it, and start remarking my mind. So I think that is the part that I forgot. And the weird thing is that I didn't even realize that. So when something become, and I was so proud of myself that I was able to be very conscious of what I am doing. And I think this is a very meaningful lesson for me to see that sometimes just a split of second, if you don't really focus, if you don't be mindful of what you are doing, you will slip, slip something will slip up your mind, you will forget something. So that is one of the things that I really, that is something very important that I realized today. I also realized something that I'm not sure I might taking too much responsibility into myself, but then I noticed that my body alone hasn't been able to tell the pain story, and I'm not sure whether it's gonna be, for the past 2 days. I'm not sure whether it's is this because he's on a vacation, he was sick or anything, but I just feel like, oh, I'm like previously I was telling the pain story regularly, so maybe it's an encouragement for him to tell the pain story as well. But then since I'm start being lacking on that part, so it kind of dragged him down. I was wondering, is that the reason why? Well, now of course there will be other more relevant, more relevant to him, and then this is just a very small part, a very small contribution. But if that's the case, I actually feel very bad because I try to be a good influence, not a bad influence. But it's all whether it's a good or a bad influence, whether it's true or not. This is also a valuable lesson for me to know that whatever that you do is actually, I've actually affect other people surround you, and then you should somehow take responsibility to that and change that. And I hope that I'll be able to do that. So thank you everyone for listening to me today. Thank you, Anna, for coming with through 3,000-day journey. And I do hope that I will be able to come back to tell the pain story regularly. So we both are and learn I will both be able to do it every day, and get into our goal of telling the pain story 3,000-day time faster. So thank you so much, everyone. And if by me telling with you the pain story or sharing with you my lesson is something good, I would like to dedicate that to my dearest family, to my friends, to my co-workers, to my clients, or to any living things in this world and any other worlds with love, wisdom, and gratitude. Thank you so much, everyone, and have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.